don't know what I love more, Rory or the shower. I think it's the shower, actually.
So we've tried the shower.
Oh no,
before making a
it's
decision.
so pretty. I just love it. It's going to be my personal shower. Because it is a little bijou, but so am I, so it's fine.
Well, it's. I've managed to get the shower head this close. I thought any closer is a bit too close.
Yeah.
You want a bit of distance. But then when I stand over here, I'm clearly out of it.
That's
So
good. Yeah, so you can get away from it.
yeah.
I think that's brilliant.
Okay.
Lovely.
Shuts, then it locks.
It locks. Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
magnetically.
Oh, brilliant.
So we're almost there.
Almost there.
We've just got to put the handles
Handles
on,
on.
adjust the doors, and silicone seal all around the shower at the weak spots to stop the water coming out. And then tomorrow evening, you can have a shower.
Have a shower. Well, there's the waste sorted there.
And the water to connect. Fine, fine, it'll all be done. Welcome to Jane's Find of the Day with Jane.
Hello and welcome to this week's Find of the Day at Chateau de Pican. Today I'm going to be talking about this elaborate candelabra. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know whether it was intended to be in a church, although from what I've looked up, there's been no mention of churches. So perhaps it was always supposed to be just a dramatic centerpiece in a somewhat baronial setting. So each of these little ones is for holding a candle, bigger candles than these. But then you've got these spikes at intervals which would have had fatter candles on. Got 3 tiers, candles all the way round, so it would have been a gloriously lit up centerpiece. We've got fleur-de-lis emblems, and I think it's fairly clear that this has been handmade. It's got what I could class as imperfections in how it's been done. Nothing is perfect. You see these sort of loops are not perfectly symmetrical. I'm pretty sure this has been made by hand. And then that raises the question, does that mean it's older? Does that mean it's more valuable? Perhaps. There are 2, to my knowledge, currently on sale on the market online. One describes this as being late 19th century, early 20th century. The other advert describes it as being 17th century. I think I'm fairly confident it's at least as old as 120 years, I think, from the look of it, and it could be an Art Nouveau piece, but the suggestion is it's made in the style of High Renaissance, in the style of Louis XIII, so it could be older. Louis XIII, who reigned in the 17th century. But yeah, I'm just pretty confident it's not been knocked up in the 20th century. It's an extraordinary thing. I think it actually looks quite good in this area, although I also quite fancy this as a balcony for brides to peep over, so I'm not sure it's going to stay here, but it's pretty amazing.
I've put Jane to work in the shower and I've locked the door so she can't come out until it's all done. Her jail keeper Bunty is looking after her.
I've nearly done.
Get back to work, woman! Bunty. You're meant to just turn your head. You're not meant to come to the... Oh, honestly, working with animals. Go and lie back down. Bunty's not feeling it today. She's trying to hide behind the camera instead of being in front of it as usual. Wisely wishing to avoid the noise of the vacuum, Bunty went for a quiet lie down on her balcony. Ta-da! The shower is complete. A day late, but the shower is complete. It's piped in, the waste's connected, it's fully sealed now, and so I can't open the doors because I don't want to risk any of the silicone sealant that I've put on moving and squelching it or anything like that. So it is, as you see it, complete, but it can't be used for 24 hours. It's like a little oasis of completion amongst a bathroom of devastation. It's not devastation. The sink is going to remain largely as it was. We're going to tidy it up, and ultimately, well, Jane will talk about the ultimate plan for this room. I'm just the plumber at the moment. But I'm very happy with it. Jane's very happy with it, and we can't wait to test it out. Well, it'll be a bit tight for two people.
Hello, so I wanted to give you some idea about what we're doing with the bathroom and why, and maybe a couple of compromises that we've made and the reasons that we've made them. The first step in the plan was to do the shower, which I'm really delighted with, and I chose the tiles to be similar to some gorgeous Moroccan based tiles which are called Xyliga, and the Xyliga tiles are very expensive, and these are imitation if you like, but they are affordable as a result. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and the colour had to go, or to be at least harmonious with the floor, which are these tomettes. Obviously everything's dusty at the moment, but these terracotta tiles are very traditional in France. I'm not mad on them, I have to say. I like a nice cream stone flag tile, or maybe a cement effect tile, but I think we did the right thing to leave them, because taking even a few up around the shower was really difficult, and it's such a waste to destroy things. So you'll recall that there was panelling and a frame around the bath. As we've explained, we had to take the bath out. We knew it was leaking, and actually the damage was worse than we'd realised. So that had to come out, and if the bath comes out, the panelling has to come out that was surrounding it. But I was quite keen to keep the alcove. Rory is always really willing to do whatever work we might dream up, or I might dream up. But I thought, no, let's leave the alcove. It's actually quite useful. I am going to take down, or we are going to take down the tiles, even though I like them. They're no longer right for the room. Hopefully we can reuse them. I looked up what that is, and it is a Alphonse Mucha image that's been copied by someone, and I do actually really like it, but we're moving away from the brown theme in the room. So we've got panelling all around here, and one option that Rory suggested, which I thought was very bold, was that we could put the shower here. Rory would have loved to have a really big shower here, But to do that, again, we'd have been taking down more of this panelling, and it would have disrupted the double basin we've got here, including we've got power here, we've got lights, obviously got the big mirror, all there. And okay, maybe it's a little bit dated, but the plan is to paint the panelling a beautiful colour and to have some gorgeous wallpaper, which is dramatic, beautiful grey and brown wallpaper, which will be a real focal point for the room. And then the other question was, okay, should we leave the shower where it was? Where should we put the toilet? Where should we put the bath? And the one thing I was really passionate about was having the bath in front of the window. If you're in the bath, you've got the choice of whether you want to have your head peeping over the bath top or not. Whereas before you were kind of in the corner. But what we had before was, well, we had the toilet facing the window, and nobody wants to be facing a big window when they're using a toilet. So I thought we would put the toilet over there to give someone some privacy. And then it wouldn't, also over there, it's not going to be right up against the bath, so we're going to have a clawfoot bath here. We've already bought the bath. This piece of sort of jutting out peninsula will have to go, and then the alcove will still be there. So if you're in the bath, you can have your toiletries, maybe your book or your scented candle or whatever can be at the end. So I think we've come up with the best design given what we inherited. We could have had a more extravagant shower here and maybe had the basins in the corner. But this shower is lovely. It's maybe a little bit on the petite side, absolutely perfect for me. So I think we've done the best that we could in the circumstances, and it's amazing what Rory's willing to do with the waste pipe, because I had no idea that all of this was over the stairwell. So he's incredibly game and hardworking, and he's gonna solve all of that hopefully in the next few days.
So the task I have yet to complete, or yet to start in fact, is the toilet. I've put the toilet roughly in place. It's, not exactly where it's going, but you'll get an idea. So the challenges I've got before our guests that are arriving on Thursday, bearing in mind today is Saturday, is I've got to scrape away some of the old tile adhesive so I can put new tiles down on the floor there. I've also got to, you might be able to see there's a pencil line along the wall there, you might not. I'm hoping I might be able to cut into that wall to bury the waste pipe for this toilet into the wall, in which case it'll come out here, roughly, come along here and go through this tile there. At least that is the current plan. In which case, that'll minimise the boxing to just under, where's my finger there? Just under the window, instead of boxing all the way around the toilet. So that's what I'm hoping we'll be able to do. But there are several steps to achieving this goal. Not least of all, the walls are in a terrible mess and the floor's not ready. And I've got to gouge into the wall, and I've got to remove that tile, and I've got to cut through the floor, and then I've got to get the pipe work in and pipe it all up, adjust the hots and colds there that were for the bath. There's a lot to do. And I've got till the end of Wednesday, and today is the end of Saturday. Hey, 4 days to do one job. Easy peasy, right?
I can finally bring you an update on my homemade barbecue. I wanted to spend as little money as possible by using as much of the discarded items around the chateau and barn as I could find. I found these metal table legs in the barn and thought they'd be perfect. With a little modification, angle grinder, and some brackets that I had to buy, I was ready to start building. I've no idea what piece of furniture these table legs were originally from. I just hoped that they weren't extraordinarily valuable. I had to buy 2 lengths of steel and various brackets to create the frame and fixings to attach the barbecue to the base. The steel was a lot tougher than I imagined, and I would destroy 4 drill bits before I managed to get all the holes drilled properly.
This is the more or less finished barbecue base. I've got brackets here and here, so when the barbecue sits on, I'll be able to screw these in to stop the barbecue accidentally swiveling in place or anything. But I think it's really good. It's really quite sturdy. And wait until you see the barbecue sitting on top. And this is the barbecue. Now, if you're wondering why the instructional video didn't include me putting these brackets on, these hinges, sorry, that's because I did record all of that. And then in my eagerness to transfer it onto the computer, make more room on the camera, I deleted the footage permanently before it was actually transferred over to the computer. So I don't have any of that. But the lid is on, the hinges are on. Obviously there's still a lot of work to do, but if I can just do that, then there will be a handle here, imagine if you will, and the barbecue opens, et voila. So this is the stage that we're at. A few more holes, screw it into place, and then I'll be working on the grill area on the inside with more brackets and more fun. Anyway, barbecue update for now.
The moment that perhaps none of you have been waiting for.
In terms of what it might be worth, the advert that quoted end of 19th, start of 20th century for it, they're asking €850 for it. The other advert, it's an auction that's live, so no price. I didn't see a guide price on it. So it's clearly a substantial piece, and something that if this was your passion, I imagine you'd be willing to pay quite a lot for. If you enjoyed our video, please like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you next time.